guys, it's Sarah, and today I am going to do a tag video that I was tagged in, and I really liked the questions in this one and thought it was fun. I've seen a few people doing this one, so I thought I would jump in on it too. This is called the Honest BookTuber Tag. So I'm going to be answering some questions kind of about myself, about the community, what my thoughts are, things like that. This was originally created by Harriet Rose, so I will leave her video down below, and I was tagged by Brianna, and I will leave her video down below as well, so make sure you go check them out. All right, so I have them written down, so I'm going to be reading them. Okay, question number 1. Have you ever lied about reading a book? I've lied recently about reading a book and not on here. But I took some books to a used bookstore to turn them in for some credit. And the store owner was looking through my crate. It was a crate. And, she pulled out a book, and I think it was Crooked Letter by Tom Franklin. And she was like, "Oh, I loved this. Did you love this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it was so good." I didn't read it. And I don't know why. I guess I just felt like weird because she loved it. If she hadn't said anything, or I don't know. I was just like, "Oh, I totally did. I totally liked it a lot." And I didn't read it. So yeah. So yes, but not to you guys, not on here, I promise. Okay, question 2. Have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around the content or the author? No. I'm pretty good about being able to separate the art from the person, or the book from the person. I mean, if I avoided books because of controversy, I would never read Colleen Hoover. You know what I mean? And she's one of my favorite authors. There are some authors who have done things that I don't agree with for different reasons, for sure. But it's never made me not want to pick up their books. If I don't pick up a book, it's because I'm generally not interested in the book. If I want to pick up a book, even though the author has some controversy around them, or there's controversy about the content, but I still want to read it, I'll pick it up and read it. I have no problem doing that. So no, it would make a difference. I think probably not purchasing the book, like buying it for myself. I'd probably get it from the library or try to borrow it or something like that versus spending my money on it. But I wouldn't avoid reading something like that. No. Okay. Question number 3. Have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? I don't think so. Not intentionally. When I do my book hauls, I show you what is sent to me by either publishers or if I get gifts. So if I have, it wasn't on purpose or maliciously. It just, maybe I forgot, or I don't know. But I don't think that I've intentionally not disclosed if I've gotten a book for free. All right, number 4. Have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? I don't think so. Not at the, like when I bought it at the time, I bought it because I wanted to read it. Over time, maybe I've kind of gone, I'm never going to read this. What am I doing? And then I'll get rid of it. But everything I have on my shelves, I legitimately want to read. I don't think I own anything that I'm like, I'm never going to read this, but I'm going to keep it anyway. So I don't think so. Question 5. Have you ever gotten caught up in BookTube drama? Oh God, no. Nobody has time for that, people. Ain't nobody got time for that. And it might be because I'm older. I'm 40. So I don't have time for drama in any way, shape, or form. I have so much else going on in my life. I don't worry about what other people think. I don't worry about what other people are talking about. I do not care. And I'm sure some of the things they're talking about may be important, sure, but I don't care. I really don't. Not enough for it to interrupt my life in any way, shape, or form. I have 2 kids. We're busy. I have a husband. We're busy. So like, no, I don't let myself get caught up in anything. I think part of it is also there's a lot of drama on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on there and I have an account. My videos are linked to it. My Goodreads is linked to it. And that's kind of about it. And the only reason I have it is because publishers prefer you to have a Twitter account. And I can link my Instagram posts there too, where I show the books. I much prefer Instagram because there's no drama over there. And yeah, so I don't like Twitter as a platform anyway. I think it breeds so much negativity that I stay away from it. And yeah, so maybe that's why too. I just stay away from it. I think drama is pointless and stupid, and all it does is cause heartache when there shouldn't be any. All right, number 6, have you ever had a hate comment and did you respond? Not very often. I actually got one a couple weeks ago, and it was on a video that I filmed 3 years ago at least, maybe even 4. Like, it was a very, very long time ago when I was in New Mexico, still filming in my scrapbook room. I wasn't even filming in front of bookshelves yet. And it was recommendations for psychological thrillers. And I had this woman, I assume she's a woman, basically tell me that I ruined every book that I just talked about because I said that there was a twist in it. And she went on for a couple sentences. It was pretty rude. So I didn't respond. If I would have responded, I would have said, it's a psychological thriller video. There's always a twist in a psychological thriller. That's why it's called a psychological thriller. That's the whole point of them. And I didn't disclose anything that the publishers didn't disclose in their synopsis. So there you go. But I did not respond because number 1, it was such an old video that I don't even think it's really relevant anymore. And number 2, I don't invite that kind of anything into my life. Like, if you're going to be rude, I'm going to cut you out because I don't give it the time of day. I don't give it any attention. I don't think it deserves it. And there's no reason to be rude. If you disagree with my video, that's fine. There's nicer ways to say that. And you don't have to say anything at all. You know, I have watched videos that I've disagreed with whatever they said or whatever, or I didn't like the video or what they said. And I don't even leave a comment. I just move on. Like, no one's making you watch my video. So you can go elsewhere. But I did block her and I deleted her comment because I didn't know, it wasn't a name that I even recognized. So I don't think she was really a troll or anything, just trying to go around and be mean to people. But what she said was pretty, rude and just not necessary. So I did not. And I tend not to. If I get a comment where someone disagrees with me on something, that's totally fine. And I don't delete those. Like, you can disagree with me all day, every day. We all have our own opinions. That's totally fine. As long as you disagree with me in a respectful way, let's have a conversation. That's totally fine. But if you're going to just flat out be rude and insult people, no, I don't invite that onto my channel. And I don't want my viewers to see that either because it's just unnecessary. All right, number 7, have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? I don't think I've ever made a video just to get the views, but I've made videos where I knew people wanted to see them. So, for example, a bookshelf tour. Okay. I will never do another bookshelf tour, you guys. They are such a pain in the butt to film and to edit. It takes me an entire day to do one video just for that. It takes that long. It's very, very tedious. It's a pain in the butt. I hate doing them. I don't even like watching them. I used to, but now if I see a bookshelf tour, I skip it. I'm just like, meh, I don't care. Like, it's fine. So I guess maybe that one, because a lot of people were requesting it and I did it. It's super outdated now, but I did it. And yeah, I won't do another one. So, ooh. All right, number 8, if you had to go back to the beginning of your channel, what would you do differently? I don't know. I probably wear better clothes. There were a few videos that I've seen just kind of scrolling through some of my feed and stuff for me, like, going back to some of my older things and going, oh my gosh, I wore that shirt on camera. That's like my house shirt. Like, I would not go out in public in that. Why am I wearing it in my video? Ugh. Putting a cardigan over that doesn't help, Sarah. What are you doing? So I think that I probably make sure I wore like nicer clothes. I think in the beginning I didn't wear makeup and I wear makeup now. My equipment's a lot better. So that's probably another reason why I wear makeup, because these lights show a lot more. But yeah, so I think probably that I would just probably present myself in a more flattering way. Okay, question 9. Are there any channels you wish you could be more like? Yeah, obviously. Books and Lala, I think, is probably one of the biggest inspirations for a lot of people. Her content is really creative, and I like the concepts that she comes up with. Her vlogging is amazing. I'm so jealous of her vlogging. And And I really like the way she edits her videos too. That's really good. And then I admire some other people's channels for different reasons. I really like Heather from Bookables. I like that she reads her review books. She reads them. She will haul them and then she will read them. It's amazing. So she reads a lot of her arcs and she reads them quickly, or like the month that the books come out. And that's something I'm striving towards for sure. So she's a big inspiration to me for that. And I also really like the way a couple of people are doing their TBR videos, like Cody from Cody's Book Corner and Becca from Becca and the Books. They're doing really creative TBR videos, and I'm doing a little bit of a spin on Cody's for myself. It's not exactly the same because I don't ever want to just copy what someone else is doing unless it's like a tag or a challenge or something like that. But if it's, you know, something that I see that I get inspired for, I try to change it enough that it's not straight up copying somebody, because that's not cool. And if I ever do take inspiration from someone, I mention them, because I don't want anyone to think that if I'm inspired by something and then I do it, that I came up with it on my own, because I didn't. I was inspired by somebody else. So I'm going to give them the credit that they deserve. But I do get inspired by a lot of different channels for different things. And yeah, so a few. And question number 10 is, what is something you love about your channel? And I think I'd come up with some creative content. I really like our Book List Thursday videos that we do, that I do with Lindsay. And I think I've come up with some fun ideas for projects to do. I like to challenge myself with projects. I think it just kind of keeps my reading fresh, and it's something different. I'm not just, you know, reading the same things all the time or whatever, or doing the same type of videos. I try to change it up quite a bit. If I start getting bored with a series that I'm doing, then I'll stop and I'll do something different maybe, or change it up somehow. So I think I'm fairly decent at keeping things fresh and new and different. And I'm not just posting the same videos every month. You know, I have a little bit of a variety, I think. Hope anyway, that's always the goal, right? It's to, you know, have good videos that people are enjoying. And I think I'm doing an okay job. All right, guys, that is it. That is the Honest BookTuber tag. I guess I should tag a couple people. I don't know who's done this. So I'm going to tag Krista and Lindsay. So if they have done it, or if they haven't done it, then you're tagged. If they have, I don't know. I don't know who's done this one yet. So, all right, that's going to be it for me today. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Let me know what your answers to some of your questions. Like if you guys were answering this, what would some of your questions be, or your answers? And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.